All right, we're going to get started here. All right, good evening, everybody. We're going to call the meeting of June 23rd, 2016 to order. Then can I have the roll call, please?
Sure. Deputy Mayor Garofalo. Council members Achara.
Here.
Long.
Here.
Shephaka.
Here.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, everybody please rise for a pledge of allegiance and then remain standing for a moment of silent prayer thereafter. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The notice requirement for the Open Public Meeting Act for this meeting has been satisfied. A copy of the annual notice was sent to the Asbury Park Press and the Coaster, posted in Town Hall in the office of the Municipal Clerk on December 29th, 2015. There are two fire exits, one to my right, which will take you out to the main parking lot, and one to my left will take you out to the rear parking lot. If you have a cell phone, now's a good time to turn it off. If you need to make a call, kindly go out into the hallway. I'm just going to add in there that just be mindful that all meetings here are taped, archived, and played at a later date. If you don't wish to have your image viewed like that, you can sit behind the camera, which is in about the 5th row there. Otherwise, don't worry about it. It's on, and enjoy the show thereafter. So tonight we have, I'm going to go down the line and just see, Donna, Councilwoman Shephaka, I should say, do you have anything for us?
Yes, I just want to review the parade lineup. We're going to line up at 4:30 on the corner of Route 35 and Dow Avenue. We're going down Dow Avenue to Whale Pond and into the fairgrounds. I have approximately 10 to 12 organizations. I have the fire departments and I have 3 bands.
Okay.
And then I also have a band scheduled for inside the park for music during the night.
Plenty of food vendors.
And a lot of food vendors, and you're still welcome to bring a picnic lunch.
Okay.
Um,
And the parade, actually, the march starts at 5. We're going to line
Yes.
up at 4:30.
yes, we line up at 4:30 and we start. And we were looking for all Dow Avenue residents and on the side streets to come out and watch us.
And what day is this?
This is July 3rd, Sunday, July 3rd.
Great. Thank you, Doug.
What? Rain date for the parade, none. Rain date for the fireworks will be on Monday, July 5th. I'm sorry, Tuesday, July 5th. Tuesday, July 5th is the rain date. But the parade, we have no more rain dates for. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But it's not going to rain.
It's not going to rain. We're going to make do. Councilman Long, do you have anything for us tonight?
No, nothing tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Achara.
Ditto. No report, Mr. Mayor.
Good. Andrew, anything?
Nothing tonight.
Okay. Marty? 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents. First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to Pepsi Cola up there on Sunset Avenue, and then Mrs. Rossman, who's an employee up there. And what they did was a good deed. Oakhurst Veterinary Hospital has some of the 256 dogs that were placed from the Township episode a few weeks back, and they're taking some of them, not a lot, but probably 20 or so. And they're taking care of them over there. And Pepsi Cola employees decided that they're going to put a little donation together. And they went and got all these supplies and blankets and food, and they go over and they take care of the dogs. And there's folks that even sit there with them sometimes and just remember these animals are very antisocial because they really didn't have any outside contact at all. So it's a nice thing that they're doing over there. I just want to give them a shout out, Mrs. Rossman, for her efforts getting a group of folks and her employees together at Pepsi, a local organization here in Ocean Township. It's nice to see everybody pull together like that. Secondly, I'll announce that we're coming out with these, and I won't say July 1st because I don't want Vinny to be bombarded, but after July 1st, in July sometime. And this is our no-knock stickers. And so how it works, of course, we passed the no-knock ordinance. For those who want to register either by online or in person or by mail, you will receive a welcome packet. This will be in your kit. I mean, you don't have to put it on your window, but this just reinforces to the solicitors that you do not want to be disturbed. Now, as you know, in our ordinance, there's exemptions to the solicitation, who has to get a permit, who doesn't. So, of course, candidates, when they're campaigning, and religious organizations don't have to come in and get their permits, if you will. But if they see this on the door, and my answer to them is, a couple of them asked me, does this apply to us? I said, if you can read it and you see it, don't knock on the guy's door. I mean, why would you do that anyway? You're probably not going to get that vote, I wouldn't think, if you were disturbing somebody. So just one more effort to have you kind of enjoy your right of quiet enjoyment, and hopefully this helps further that cause there. So these will be available to those who apply for it. The only thing we ask that if you do apply, you sign up for this program, if you do move, please let the clerk know so he takes your name and address off the registry. So maybe the new person wants to be solicited, wants new solar panels, we don't know. And he'll never have to be able to take advantage of those great savings. So just be mindful of, there'll be some instructions along with this, and of course there'll be more as we go. Okay, so the purpose of the public portion is to solely ask questions and understand resolutions that appear on this agenda is not an occasion for a public hearing on an ordinance. All questions not related to an item on this agenda should be asked during the public comments portion at the conclusion of the meeting. So tonight we have a consent agenda. We have our minutes for June 9th, 2016. Our workshop. In the meantime, before we do that, anybody have anything for resolutions? If you want to be heard, now's the time. Come on up, state your name and address for the record. I was going to get right into a vote for Paul had a chance to be heard.
Paul Meyerowitz, Cedar Village. 2 questions. On the liquor licenses that were being renewed, did we have anybody who is not yet filed and included in this resolution?
First time that we've had 100% all in, all paid, every application's in.
So our late fee budget's going down. Okay.
Everybody's going down, but everybody's in.
You could drink anywhere.
But
But the alcohol.
The second, I guess, is not a question, but more of a statement relating to the official newspaper of the township. I do recall that I did make a comment on this once before, and truthfully, nothing has happened. Today, the hard print newspaper business is failing, and we all know that because we all go to our mobile devices, our iPads, or our computer to read the newspapers. Yet, our official notices from the Asbury Park Press and the Coaster are not published on their websites. We are losing an avenue to communicate to the public what our public notices are. To the best of my knowledge, the only place public notices are on the New Jersey Press Association website. And yet, sometimes it's my understanding we only publish in the Coaster, but not necessarily the Asbury Park Press. What can we do about this?
I'm going to talk to our purchasing agent here. We'll discuss it and see if he can call up the press and see if there's a reason we're not online, and if so. I think for now we're staying in the press because the state, the county, I think everybody pretty much notices that way.
Well, a lot of it has to do with timing. If something, the Coaster's a weekly.
It's daily and weekly,
Right,
yes,
exactly.
I'm aware of that.
And a very good local paper, I mean. So is the Link. Great assets to our community, I'll say that.
But I think you're saying it's not. It's really the press that is not making them available on their website.
Well, it's the press and the Coaster.
Well, I understand, but it's not that we're requesting that they not be shown online. They don't even make that available.
I've looked for it. They've got it buried someplace. Maybe.
Online?
Maybe. I don't think so.
Just us or in general? There are no
In general.
In general.
No.
Okay? I mean, I've looked under legal notices where you would assume it would be, but I can't find it. Alternatively, I don't think we have a link to the public notices on our own website, which would be an ideal place to put it, and then it'll be a lot easier to get it on our website rather than trying to get the press and the Coaster to do it. But considering that both the press and the Coaster rely significantly on municipal revenue for public notices, we do have some leverage, and I'd like us to utilize that leverage for the benefit of the public.
Well, like I said, I'll have Andrew call him and see if he can
Thank you.
work that out. Thank you. Anybody else on resolutions that appear on the agenda? Come on up to the microphone. Now's the time. Okay, seeing or hearing nobody, we'll close that public portion there. For the minutes of June 9th, 2016, somebody please offer.
I offer.
Second.
Second.
Councilmembers Achara,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Shephaka,
Yes.
and Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, also we have resolutions, look at this, 16-119 through 16-130. Someone please offer.
I'll offer.
Second?
Second.
Council members Achara,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes, except for 16-130, which I abstained from.
and Mayor Siciliano.
Yes. There are no vouchers tonight. Tonight we have resolutions for individual action 16-126, authorize the acceptance of replacement payment for the first quarter of 2016 property taxes from the owner of block 150.07 lot 6. His payment got, you heard about the dog ate my mail? Well, our letter opening machine ate his check. And so we didn't get his check. He didn't know what happened to his check. We called. Anyway, we're accepting replacement. Somebody please offer.
I'll offer.
Second?
Second.
Council members Achara,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
and Mayor Siciliano.
Yes. 16-127, authorize a one-year extension of the maintenance agreement for the emergency generators located at various township facilities with Cooper Power Systems for the period of May 1st, 2016 through April 30, 2017. Incidentally, that's a reduction by about $100 on their service this year, so
I'll offer.
that's great. Second?
Second.
Council members Achara,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
and Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, 16-128, authorize a professional service contract for the period of July 1st, 2016 through June 30, 2017 with the following. Martin J. Arbus Esquire, the firm of Arbus Maybrook Good, LLC, Township Attorney. Anybody want to offer that?
I'll offer that.
You will?
Yeah.
Might need a second.
Second.
I need a third.
Council members Achara,
Take your
Okay.
time, bro.
Yes.
Long,
It's an honor for me to second this. Marty does a great job for us. I vote yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
and Mayor Siciliano.
Yes. 16-131, authorize a contract for the purchase and the installation of 2 stand emergency generators to be located at the Township of Ocean High School and the Senior Center from Pat Maggio and Son Electric, Inc. at a cost not to exceed $138,000. And this was from a grant that we had received a few years back, and we're also sharing this with the high school. Someone please offer.
I'll offer.
Second?
Second.
Council members Achara,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
and Mayor Siciliano.
Yes. So tonight, for adoption, we have ordinance 2273. Then read the title, please.
A bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements and the acquisition of capital equipment appropriating $2,499,375 and authorizing the issuance of $2,092,375 bonds or notes to furnish a portion of the cost.
Great. Someone please open a public hearing on ordinance number 2273.
I move that we open to the public ordinance number 2273.
Second?
Second?
Council members Achara,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Shepherd,
Yes.
and Mayor Siciliano.
Yes. Anybody wishing to be heard on ordinance 2273, please come up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record.
Paul Marowitz, Ocean Township. The IT equipment that's being purchased under this bond, what happens to the old equipment that is being replaced?
The e-waste, Andrew?
Typically, most of it's sold off at an auction. We do the propertyroom.com.
Government surplus site?
Well, there's several approved vendors you can use that will do the auction, so it's all done online.
Okay. Is the live scan fingerprint machine a replacement, or is that something new?
Replacement.
Okay. Subset 6 for 2016 road improvement program. A study of the Route 35 traffic corridor. I thought the state was doing that. Why are we doing it? Why are we doing a traffic study of a state highway when the state should be doing it?
Because we were going to make requests of them, and the easiest way to initiate that is for us to bring a conceptual. We're not doing full-blown engineering or anything of that nature. We have some conceptual ideas we wanted to present to them, but obviously we have to invest a little bit to get that conversation started with them.
So we're going to be focusing on, I guess, West Park and Deal Road?
All
Well-
the major intersections along the highway, anything we can get for improvements, so.
Has the state committed to a capital improvement program or a
They-
study of
they-
Route 35?
They've committed to a 2018 repaving along the stretch from Red Bank to the Asbury Park Circle. So we'd like to get our proposals or our requests into them prior to that.
Okay. Have they done anything on Route 66 yet? Does that study?
Well, they did the part, but I don't believe it's going to come as far as Ocean Township. It's out more on the western end of 66. They have that slated for the widening, but it's not going to hit. It's not going to hit Ocean Township.
Well, that means it's going to stop at Bound Road,
It's going
it
to stop
goes
before Bound Road.
before that.
but they are going to expand actually from Bound.
I
up
didn't
to-
attend the hearings. I read about it in the paper. They had hearings.
I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else on ordinance 2273? Seeing and hearing no one, so I'm gonna make a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance 2273.
I move to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2273.
Okay. Second?
Second.
Council members Achara,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Shephaka,
Yes.
and Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, action please on ordinance 2273.
I move for the adoption of ordinance number 2273.
Okay. Second?
Second.
Council members Achara,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Shephaka,
Yes.
and Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, and for introduction tonight, we have two ordinance 2274. Ben, would you read the title?
Sure. A bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements, appropriating $450,000 and authorizing the issuance of $427,500 bonds or notes to furnish a portion of the cost and directing the special assessment of said costs.
Great, someone please move to introduce ordinance 2274.
I move for the introduction of ordinance number 2274.
Second?
Second.
Council members Achara,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Shephaka,
Yes.
and Mayor Siciliano.
Yeah, so that will have its public hearing on July 14th. Also, for introduction, we have ordinance number 2276. Ben, would you read the title, please?
An ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 21 of the Comprehensive Land Development Ordinance.
Good, someone please move to introduce ordinance 2276.
I move for the introduction of ordinance number 2276.
Second?
Second.
Council members Achara,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Shephaka,
Yes.
and Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, and that too will have its public hearing on 7/14, July 14th. Does anybody have anything? Now's the time to come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record, and let us know what it is. Good or bad? Preferably good. Just have a stool.
On bond ordinance 2274, is there any way we can include to that the extension of the sidewalk between Darlene and, I guess it's Grassmere on Wickapecka? I know we had a resident request that previously.
Well, it doesn't even go that far, really. It's actually really one property.
That's correct.
To Bendemeer, because Bendemeer has it along the west side of Wickapecko
So could we,
for 3 or 4 properties in.
since that resident is not here tonight, I thought I'd raise that question for
Well,
him.
what we typically do is when they're in the areas over there, if they're in that area, it's possible Andrew can talk to them about that and add that in. We can at least get a price from them. So we could talk about that.
Okay. The changes to 2276, the development ordinances, do any of those changes alleviate any of the requested variances for the proposed West Park Tennis Center?
Well, yes, it's not actually sports/tennis center, get that out there. Yes, it's just for the height requirement is the main thing. Being that it's going to be
I think it was the height and the signage, and
Signage.
primarily to sort of match what we had in the lease agreement, which provided for a hearing before the planning board as well as allowing them certain signage. So we matched that with the ordinance changes.
And that's the clause, Article 2, subsection 2144, relating to government buildings and services?
Yes.
Since they have the lease?
Mhm.
Okay. And just some informational things. The litigation that was that was discussed in closed session. Can you identify the plaintiff?
What are you talking about?
You got resolutions declaring closed session for the following matters. C2, litigation, zoning board of adjustment.
Well, that would be the yeshiva matter.
That's what I thought, okay. Tax relief programs outreach meeting.
that's the county, I believe, Andrew, right?
It'd be the state.
The state rather has some programs. Also, they'd like to come here and do an informational session, so we'll set up a time, probably in August, and have folks come out and see what's available to them.
Okay.
It's for veterans programs.
Senior citizens, yeah,
Exactly.
okay. It's nothing new. It's what exists. Okay. And the litigation with the Gohar update, that's a new one for me. I've never heard that one before.
An old new one.
Yeah, so actually, that's an old case, involves claims that were made against various individuals regarding bribery issues, whatever, and seeking to get money back from various parties involved.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Please step up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record.
You aren't smoking?
No, just
Got a little tickle.
doing the best I can.
Doing good, Rich. Yeah, Susan, it's okay. Oh, it's a new mic.
Sensitive,
Susan,
very sensitive.
Sensitive.
don't
one.
break
It
it.
is very sensitive. Susan
Oh, my.
Boria, 39 Redwood. I just have a question about the no-knock
Mhm.
program. I apologize for not being up on it, but I wanted to make sure I understood. We have to sign up for it,
Yes.
and that'll be done via the internet?
Well, once our clerk has it all set up to go for everyone, we'll make an announcement. It'll be sometime in July, I'm hoping, right?
Early part of July, you're correct.
Okay, I nailed them. I nailed them down. I'm getting it closer.
The mayor's
Susan.
always right.
I don't know about that one, but at any rate, so once that comes up and you're able to register online, in person, or via mail, you'll receive a welcome package. So you're on the registry, which gets distributed to all the vendors that come in to solicit in town. So they'll have that. And this just, if you want to put this on your window, it helps reinforce to them, in case they don't have the list with them when they're going around, please do not disturb at this resident.
I get that part of it, but
Okay.
what I'm trying to understand is the welcome package comes after we sign up for
Yes.
it, or everybody in the township is
No,
getting one?
whoever signs up is going to get a package. like
Okay,
this and
so
like that.
is the township sending out something like a postcard to announce you can sign up for this?
We'll have it on our website, our boards, usual information.
But no direct to every home?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Well, that's what I'm trying to understand.
Okay.
Thank
No,
you.
You're welcome. Doc, come on up to the microphone and
007.
state your name and pseudonym and real name for the
007.
He's at a discount now, it's 005.
007, Marty. Just some good news out of Cedar Village, instead of
Yeah.
hearing all the other stuff. We're over at Asbury Park, which we do every year, a dinner, and the residents of Cedar Village collected $1,100 to go towards the center. The food cost $500, and we gave them a cash for what we didn't spend for the dinner of $531.
Awesome. Wow, that's great.
Also, during April, we collected about 500 items which was donated by the residents of Cedar Village to people who need clothing when they go out and interview for jobs, so that they feel more professional and it makes them feel good at the interviews and when they're working.
That's,
So we keep plugging away.
that's awesome.
That's
good,
nice.
good stuff.
Good
I'm going to give you a little
Good program.
for that
Very
one.
good.
good
Very
job.
good.
And thank all those folks up there for us. I think it's great. Anybody else have anything? Come on up to the microphone, Mr. Hudson.
Fenn Hudson, Mahoris Drive. Just wanted to comment, I think that having the council reports, as you do at the beginning of the meeting, is useful and covers certain amount of information that we wouldn't otherwise get, so I appreciate that. On your discussion agenda, you had several items. I wonder if you could say a little something about TOSA warranty, COA spending, and special meeting procedures.
Yes, Mr. Long, would you like to mention the COA warranty since we had it on the TOSA? I'm sorry, the TOSA warranty.
Yeah, this has come to our attention in the past. I think Mr. Meyerowitz has brought this to our attention, but we're all aware of this program that offers homeowners a protection for breaks in the sewer line. And we discussed this in our work session this evening, and along with our attorney, Mr. Arbus, and our town manager, Mr. Brannon, we're pursuing discussions with the private company that has been claiming that they are partnering with the Township of Ocean Sewage Authority. So other than to say that, there really isn't anything else I can offer, but I will tell you that the mayor has received such a solicitation from that company. I have received such a solicitation.
We all have.
Paul has, you know, so I mean, we're on it. We're aware of it. The manager was nice enough to put it on the work session agenda for us this evening. And I believe that with the help of the town manager, as well as with the township attorney, we're going to try to have that company take a slightly different approach
Yeah.
to making that offering available to township residents.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Is the COA spending a specific thing, or is that just an
Plan
update on the COA obligations?
It's money we're now collecting from developers. It's a non-residential development fee, so some of the commercial projects that are
Yeah.
going on, they have to make a contribution towards affordable housing for that.
Yeah,
But we have to get a spending plan approved by the, probably looks like either COA or the courts at this point, so that we can begin to spend some of that money.
okay. And special meeting procedures?
That we're gonna, before the planning board or the board of adjustment, applicants can request special meetings. There's a fee for that.
Yeah,
As we've discussed here before, in the event that those meetings are moved off-site, there's additional costs
Yeah.
associated with that. So we want to modify that part of the ordinance so that those, any costs incurred would be borne by the applicant.
okay. And I wonder if we could just get a brief update on our legal situation. Many-faceted legal situation.
Oh, is that from me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's Marty's birthday today, so take it easy on him.
It is my birthday today. But in terms of, I know usually you ask about Stop and Shop. Actually, we're back. The lawsuit was, as I've told you before, was refiled, and now we have filed our answer to the lawsuit, and we'll see where we go from here. COA, continues in litigation. Actually, there was a recent decision that was not favorable to us on some issues that were favorable in the past, but hopefully we're past that from our perspective, so it shouldn't have any impact on us. What else do you want to know?
That's the only changes that we've had since the last meeting.
At the litigation?
Nothing on the yeshiva.
Well, the yeshiva, they have made, I don't remember where we left off last time, but they have an application to allow them to start construction and issue temporary restraints to restrain the township from prohibiting them from the start of construction. We have a briefing schedule. We have received their brief. We have a responsive brief that'll be due. They have a response to that, and then the court date, I believe, is July 21st. On that issue.
Okay.
That's pretty much.
That's where we are there.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Unless I forgot something.
Anybody else? Oh, okay.
007
Doc
for-
was before Mrs.
Ladies
Hudson. I don't think he didn't see you, Mrs. Hudson.
That's a question for Vinnie. Are we set up yet on the veterans program that we spoke about?
Yeah, we're still working with Recreation to just finalize what documents they're gonna be looking for versus what we need to look
All right,
for.
so it's not set up
Not yet.
per se. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Hudson?
Barbara Hudson, Horace Drive. I'm just curious, can they start construction? I mean, I don't understand the legal thing. You're talking about the yeshiva?
They are making an application for a restraining order from the
So we can't do
court
anything about it, huh?
to prohibit us from interfering with their right to construct the changes in the interior, which they would claim to be making. I guess their argument is without prejudice. So if they are unsuccessful in their ultimate litigation, they've incurred that cost, but doesn't mean they win the case. However, if the court grants it to them, the court has made a determination that there's a likelihood. When you look at restraining orders, one of the criteria a court looks at is there a likelihood of success on the merits. So the court is going to address those issues on July 21st.
So if they say yes, they will go in there and,
If they say yes, they will, if the court allows that, they will then start construction. I think part of their application is also to occupy on a temporary basis until the court makes the final decision.
it seems illegal to me.
Well, it's only illegal if the court denies it. If the court grants it, that all of a
So it's
sudden is a
all
magic
this
wand that it
court,
becomes
this
legal.
magical court that can do that, right? I mean,
Well, all courts are magical in some sense. But the bottom line is,
where are we?
that's why
We
they're
said,
there.
don't do it.
What?
Our board said no.
well, yeah, but our board is here, and then there's a process above our board
That's
that
illegal.
makes determination. Well,
Okay. Well, the other thing, I'm just curious, the Boy Scout building across the street,
Mhm.
what is that now? Somebody
It's
owns
just, it's privately, it's been privately owned for several
Because
years.
Dweck had that, right? That was Dweck?
That may have been on his inventory, but he doesn't own it.
No. So somebody owns it?
Yes.
And, because you see people in there, so.
Yeah, the owner probably goes in from time to time. He might have some items stored there too, I believe, from other offices. He might keep
So
it as
we
his
know
own.
who owns it? Or-
I believe it's Matrix.
I don't know what the official name is, but
Right.
he's, Mr. Epstein is one of the owners.
And is that a business? I mean,
Well, Mr. Epstein lives locally here in Mill
Right.
Road, and he owns the Jumping Brook Golf Course as one of his businesses. I know he's restored the JCC. He's also got, will be pulling permits to build some of those senior homes on where the old Oakhurst Country Day Camp was.
So this is kind of an office, maybe?
It could be. It's close to his house. He could walk to it.
he's had it there. I mean,
He's
we don't
lived
know
here
what
a
he
long,
intends
long
to do
time.
with it, but it's been there for a long time.
And the animal litigation, is it
The animal what?
animal litigation? Can we get,
Just to the mic.
what does that mean?
Oh, that to be,
Mrs. Hudson, just a little closer to the mic, please.
it's not, basically, we've had an issue in town involving bees, and when we sought to take some action, we learned that bees are apparently under the jurisdiction of the Department of Agriculture. As a result, they have control, maybe,
Maybe.
but the bottom line
Maybe,
is,
yeah,
so we're
maybe.
sort of feeling our way, trying to see, now we're telling people if they have an issue, they have to go to the Department of Agriculture, because they have
Which
usurped
reminds
all
me, I
power.
have an issue.
You have an issue?
I have little bee holes all over my property.
Well,
and
you
I
know what, so do I. So I think the bottom line is those are different kind of
It's
bees.
it's
because
different. Okay, I don't want to
those
do
are-
anything because of the bees. There's
Those
a
are,
big problem.
those you have to call your exterminator to try to get rid of the bees, since no one else owns them, so they're not honeybees. What we're talking about
They're not-
are honeybee
honeybees.
issues, yes.
Oh, okay, that's a big issue. Yeah.
Thank you. Anybody else? You can only get 2 turns at the microphone.
I believe
Our new ordinance
we
2828,
got honeybee issues sort of been treated.
which was introduced and adopted 10 minutes ago.
Mr. R.
Is it you're wearing yellow because of the honeybee issue? That's what it is. You don't have a little black stripe going around it?
Bumblebee. Mr. Arbus, do you know when the lease of the Jersey Shore Yeshiva expires at 1515 Logan Road?
Not at all, no.
And Vinny, is Zebra Properties currently current in their property taxes for 1515 Logan Road?
Honestly, I wouldn't know until I looked.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? No? Okay. Before we adjourn, I just want to make an announcement. At the July 14th meeting, we'll be delivering a State of the Township address. It'll be 1 year in that our team's been actually sitting up here at the dais, so I think it's only fitting that we give you a progress report, an update on what we've done, where we're at, and where we're going. So that'll be at the July 14th in the beginning of the meeting. Just remember, we air twice a day, channel 22 and 77, at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. I want to thank you all for coming.
I want to say one thing, Mayor.
And before we adjourn, Rich, do you have something?
Yeah, Don Stein is here tonight, and I want to publicly congratulate him. Not in his capacity as a reporter for the Coaster, but as the president of the Esrick Park Historical Society. Their recent event was a huge success, and I want to congratulate him on the success of the Historical Society dinner that was, I guess, held within the last 2 weeks, was it? Maybe? Yeah, there you go. So congratulations. I heard it was a big success.
Very nice. Thank you for that, Rich. Happy birthday, Marty, and someone please make a motion for adjournment.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shapaka.
Yes.
And Mayor Sosiano.
Yes, meeting adjourned. Thank you all for coming.